Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about something that I found quite interesting personally, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Now, unless you've lived under a rock since 2014, you probably know what Five Nights at Freddy's is. It blew up the horror gaming community, and it still has a lot of invested fans. And I think the fact that Game Theory are still making theories on it today proves that. And I saw in a 3C Films clip that Jason Blum, the head of Blumhouse, confirmed that it is still going ahead and it hasn't been stalled or anything like that. So I wanted to talk about it a bit, and also due to the fact that we had Slender Man recently, which was received very badly, I wanted to talk about it a bit more due to that. Because obviously Slender Man was based off a game / creepypasta. But it isn't just Slender Man. Most video game movies have been received pretty poorly. I mean, the best one I've seen is Tomb Raider from the other year, and it was just fine, really wasn't great, it was just a fun watch. I think one worry should be though, from the Slender Man, that no one cared when that film came out. I mean, Slender Man could be made into a good horror film, I really think that. There's a lot of good material there, a lot of scary stuff. But the thing is, with the video game movies, they will never have the interaction that games have. That's the biggest difference between them. Films are meant to be watched, games are meant to be played, and I think filmmakers need to realise that soon. I've gone a bit off topic here, but what I mean is that most of the FNaF popularity has gone down, and I think there have been so many games since that first one, and I think the last bit of real steam the franchise had was when FNaF 4 came out. And of course, as I said, it still has its fans, and you best believe when I saw Markiplier upload a video of it recently returning to FNaF, I was straight on it, and quite frequently I'll go back and watch people's videos on it, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. They're good videos, and it's a cool game. I've played it myself, I think it's pretty great. I haven't finished it, because I'm not very good at games, but yeah, it's good. And I probably will go and watch this film because I am honestly interested, and I have kind of given up on the lore, which that leads me into my next issue. They have Scott Cawthon working on it, which he created the games, and I think that's a good thing, but also like there's so much lore now that I don't know what they're going to include in this film, because there's so much to the franchise now, you cannot fit it into one film. I want to say what I personally think they could do, and I think they should stick to the first game in particular, those designs of the animatronics and stuff like that, and I think they should explain enough for us to understand, maybe explain they're possessed or something, but not go too in depth so it has the fear of mystery of the unknown. And we need a reason why our character goes back every night, because I think everyone questioned why would we go back if this was happening in the games. Whether you give the protagonist a family that he needs to feed and show him trying to find another job after the first night but he can't get one, or something like that, and maybe add in a detective kind of plotline, him asking around investigating what's going on, because the game is just a point and click game really. It's not like it has one big storyline like the Spider-Man game or the Tomb Raider games. I don't know, that could be an awful idea, that's just coming off my head. It could be a good idea, they could go in a completely different direction, either way that's fine, that's just some random ideas. I mean, they could make it my favourite horror film, like, well, I doubt it, that's completely possible. It's also been in development for quite a while now though, and it's all been up in the air for a lot of the time. And I don't know whether to have faith in Blumhouse or not, because they made the new Halloween, which I loved. It was my favourite one after the first one. But they also made Truth or Dare, which was hilariously bad. So I don't know. Apparently Chris Columbus is writing and directing, which, I mean, he made Home Alone and the first two Harry Potter films, which are great films, but I'm not sure if he's ever made a horror film. To my knowledge, he hasn't. And it could be a rated 12 horror film or PG-13, which would be fine. There are definitely good PG-13 horror films out there, and it would make sense because a lot of the fans are kids. But I don't know, I'm a mix of worried and excited. Either way, I'll probably go and see it. They'll probably have my money. I do really hope it's good though, because I think there's a lot of good stuff that could be turned into a film here. But it might also be awful, of course, any film could be, so yeah. But, well, FNaF isn't dead, and it is far from dead. It's just not as mainstream as it was. I still watch a lot of people playing it, like Jay Schlatt has been playing it recently on his Twitch, and I love watching it. And the fact people are still playing it now shows that it's not dead, and it still has a life in it, and that's because Scott created such a good game. And the fact we're still getting a film at this moment, again, another aspect, and I think that'll help it, because Slender Man, I hadn't seen anything about Slender Man for years when the film came out the other year. I'd almost forgotten he was ever a thing, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. What do you think of the FNaF movie? Do you think it'll be good? Do you think it'll be another Slender Man? Do you want to see it or don't you? Let me know in the comment section below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.